Buonasera, ladies and gents. It is 8 p.m. on a Friday, 20th of October. It is the end of week 5, so I thought I will do a little roundup of what's going on. So it's been a very quick week. I think I uploaded something on Monday. Yes, because I submitted my UCAS application. So if you want to watch that very short 3-minute video, it's going to be somewhere on my channel, and I might put the link up later at the end. I will probably do that because that's the default of my settings. So anyway, cool. Today's going to be a long video, so be prepared for that. As you can probably tell when you will have clicked on this, it's long. I have no idea how long it's going to be as I'm filming this right now, but we have got plenty of material to cover this week. Well, for this week and other things I had in mind. And yeah, you will see I'm wearing these. This is actually a gym shirt underneath. It's just come back from the gym and haven't showered yet. Stinky boy. But yeah, wanted to vlog because it's about high time that I do, and so that's what I'm doing. I am wearing a shirt over my gym shirt because it was cold today and I did not want to risk catching a cold, so it's just like gym t-shirt and then just my day's t-shirt that I wore today, which is quite old actually. I've had this since like 5th year, so 3 + 3 years, 6 years. That's an old t-shirt, and as you can see it's kind of faded with the origami swan that was on there. I digress. So we can start off with the gym. I have been to the gym on Monday, Wednesday, and today, which is Friday. I'll probably be going on either Sunday or next Monday. So yeah, generally it's been quite regular. This week or was it last Friday? I started with deadlifts. So I'd been doing about a month of squats of various types and intensities to reinforce my knee, which is much stronger than it was 4 or 5 weeks ago. I think I started on the 9th with my first session, so yeah, it's been 5 weeks. So that's great. We're happy, or I'm happy. You probably don't care, but yeah, that's a good thing. And I've been going regularly, so it's kind of part of my routine now, and I'm enjoying it. It's not feeling like a lug thing, so that's a bonus. Yeah, cool. Next item, I guess. I was at the library and I made that video a while back. I don't know if it was that night or it was the day after, because I was also at the library the day after, I think. I don't remember. But I was at the library one day, very late, and it got to 9 o'clock, and I was like, I need to eat. And if I had gone home and not eaten, then it would have been very late. I have no idea if I've mentioned this story before. If I have, I apologize. I'm going to just run through very quickly. But yes, I went to get a wrap at like after 9 p.m. at the wrap place, and I felt like that one guy who is... I feel like I am repeating myself, but anyway, it's out here. It's on the vlog now, and I'm not gonna restart the vlog just for the purpose of editing this out. I don't edit things. Bye. Anyway, so yeah, I was just the one guy who eats very late in an empty place where people want to kind of pack up and go home. So yeah. Anyway, I did mention this because then I was like, yeah, I prefer the place on the left, but the place on the left was closed. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, that was only 1 minute wasted of your time. Or my time. No one's time. You guys are watching this. You have time. You don't complain. So that's been talked about already. We're gonna do some music and excitement. So Blink 182, my favorite band, as you well know by now, has come out with their 10th album. And they've been doing things for like 30 years now, so they're old, don't get me wrong, but they are good. And I'm quite excited about today's episode or vlog session, because in their new album called One More Time, they have a song called Anthem Part 3, and as you might guess, there are also parts 1 and 2. that means I can play 1, 2, and 3 one after the other, and that's cool. I'm sure there are other artists who have done this, but I don't care about them. I wanted to do it with this one, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I have tuned the speaker, the big babe speaker, and we are gonna play Anthem. So this is Anthem, the original, I suppose. It's from their album called Enema of the State. If you don't know what Enema is, Google it, and yes, its album cover is that one, which is quite famous. So yeah, that's the nurse who's about to give an enema. The nurse in that picture actually has a story. She's an adult actress of the past, and yeah, they got her to pose for that picture, and also the music video for one of them, I believe it might be What's My Age Again, which is another very good song, which most people have heard at some point in their lives, because yes. Right, so this is Anthem. It's from one of their younger albums, so you get a lot of the more youthful things. There is no real connection between the three as far as I can tell, but I haven't heard them one after the other in ever, so I'm not even listening to this, but anyway, I know the song, so based on what I remember, it's not got a continuous 1, 2, and 3 thing, but it's just they decided to call it Anthem. So anyway, I'm gonna move on with other things in the meantime. Hopefully you can hear this, because I did test it, and I bet we'll see. What did I do this weekend? This weekend I had my first aid training, St. Andrew's first aid training. So St. Andrew's first aid, that's got a picture, have that logo, and they are basically the Scottish suppliers of they're Scottish charity, similar to British Red Cross or St. John's Ambulance in the rest of the UK, but they have the main Scottish jurisdiction, and the three of those organisations work together, unless in the event of war, where the British Red Cross takes over and kind of steps up in terms of equality or authority. Authority sounds better. So yeah, that was what I'm doing is a first aid course for events basically. So that involves concerts, sports matches, football, rugby. I don't know, I'm not sure about rugby, but definitely football. Then community events like what you might have in Italy at the Oratorio, or anything really where there needs to be some first aid cover. It can be balls, what do you call them? Public events. And so that's a 24-hour course in which we cover different aspects of first aid, CPR, recovery position, shock, heart attack, wounds, broken bones, things like that. So we had the first half this past weekend, and yeah, that was good. Met some people. Some of them have medical background, are either medics in training or qualified first responders, or are doing paramedic sciences, or are studying other things, or just want to or one of them's a doctor as well. So they're just people who, like me, want to get some skills in first aid. So yeah, we had 12 hours this weekend. There was 6 hours in each day, Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 4ish, and it's good fun. So once I finish it, I might go over more about what we did, but I've covered the basic topics so far. So the next training is not this coming weekend, it's the weekend after. So I'll do the other half, and then in November mid-November I've got casualties like moving and handling for casualties. So this, I think, specifically for football pitch type events where you need to be able to stretcher someone off, or like with the chair, or evac chairs and things like that. Evacuation chairs, sorry. And apparently you get to be stretchered off and kind of get the full experience of what that's like. So that's gonna be cool and cold because it's in Tyneside football stadium, which is one of the Edinburgh stadiums. Anyway, so yeah, we get this lovely DK edition first aid manual, which is used for St. John's, St. Andrews and the British Red Cross. It's got plenty of things. We are not allowed to work outside of this jurisdiction, let's say, as in if we find someone who's choking, and suppose you're a medic and you find someone choking, you're wearing the St. Andrews uniform, you are not, I think at this moment, in terms of legislation, allowed to go and like crike them and, you know, make the hole here somewhere and stuff a tube straw down there so they can breathe, which would be standard practice in ambulances and whatnot, more medically trained people. Just for now, I think they're trying to implement your previous GMC, so that's the General Medical Council, I should know this, or whatever training you have. If you're qualified, then at some point they'll roll that into qualifications and things like that. So anyway, first aid manual, it's a pretty nice edition. I like DK because they did lots of children's book, and their font is, I feel like, the same as when I used to read children's books by DK. Then there's the workbook, so that's just covering questions and yeah, adult, child, infant CPR, recovery position, heart attack, wounds, other things. I am not reading what I'm looking at, it's just looking at the pictures. And then there is a separate manual just for CPR and the AED, which is just commonly known as a defibrillator, as a separate doc thing. Very interestingly, we got a training pack in which there are this isn't part of the training pack. This is a lung which we attach to the mannequins called Annies. I think it's Annies as in multiple mannequins, not Star Wars. Mannequins. Sorry, that was Anthem Part 2. I completely forgot to mention. That was Anthem Part 2 from the album called Take Off Your Pants and Jackets, and I will just show you very quickly the album cover. I quite like this album cover, it's creative. Take Off Your Pants and Jackets is in the three circles, which you can just about see there. Anyway, so let's go back to Anthem Part 3, which is part of the new album, one more time. And the album cover, I was wrong, is this. This is the three of them. There's a terrible lighting, but anyway, that's them three. That's Tom, Travis, and Mark on the left. Whatever, in that order I said it and pointed in. Going back to St. Andrew's First Aid and the lungs, this is this goes into an Annie. The face of the mannequin is supposed to look like a girl called Annie who has some historical something. I don't remember the story, but it's supposed to look like some Annie person died, which is a little bit weird, but anyway, yeah. You clip that, and kind of, if my face is the mannequin, then it would be inside my mouth area. But yeah, that's the lung, which is pretty cool. We have our own lungs, obviously, because obviously for hygiene you're not gonna share things as they probably used to back in the day. So anyway, there's that. We have a practice bandage set, which is kind of like I'll just show you. So it's a pad attached to a bandage, and like you can do that, or on your arm, or on whatever. So I know how to bandage the head and the arm and the hand, should that be necessary. I haven't been tested on it. The only things I've been tested on are the child and infant CPR. So technically that's been ticked off the box, including also the recovery position. This is where my OCD kind of kicks in. I'm like, that's not properly put away, but hey, that's fine. We move. Then there's this little packet of washproof plasters, which I don't know if we're actually going to use them, if they're real, because they're in a training set, and this isn't real. Like, you're not supposed to use this. We also got a pen, which I put in my bag somewhere, don't know where. We have a face shield, so this is a St. John's face shield, but basically it goes like that. So that bit goes over the mouth, and this is what you can use in the field for hygiene purposes and what they rolled in for COVID. Yeah, that's what it looks like as a packet when it's actually used, I think. It's called a resuscitation face shield. But this is the one we use on mannequins. Again, we have to keep our own one. And yeah, so that's about it for first aid. I can't believe it's already been 16 minutes. I don't know. I think for music we're gonna have to freestyle a little bit and shuffle. Let's play shuffle. So I'm currently on the liked songs and shuffle. Okay, so that was Anthem Part 3. I will actually go and listen to them one after the other because I didn't hear anything that the song was about, but I have heard them individually. So we have Milky Chance. Interesting. This is called Living in a Haze. Milky Chance we might remember from primary school. They had their hits, which were like Stolen Dance, Down by the River, Flash Junk Mind. Damn, that was a good song, yeah. Anyway, so this is a more recent song from this year, April of this year. Very good, cool. We're using up-to-date musics. And okie dokes. So moving on. St. Andrews. We've done that. I will update you on the rest of that, how that goes in the next, whenever I do. Speaking of St. Andrews, I was there on Saturday, and the market in Leith has a Leith market. Wow, English. There's a Leith market in the square just opposite where the first aid course is held. And there were a couple of Italian stalls. One of them was doing arancini, so I had one arancini. And then there was one which was doing a different stall doing salumi and formaggi. So I got some gorgonzola al cucchiaio. That was the creamiest gorgonzola I've ever had, and I do not like gorgonzola, but this was good. And I made a very nice pasta and gorgonzola. It's il gorgonzola, in case you were wondering. And my brain is a little fried because it is Friday. So yeah, pasta gonzola. Let's go with that. And I will bite again the gorgonzola al cucchiaio and make a recipe video with much more HD quality, because I'll be doing it from my phone most likely. If I don't, then I've just lied to you, but hey, we're friends. So I will do a recipe on pasta gonzola the way I did it, which we'll get there. Anytime next week. It'll be the weekend after that. So that's that. Right, I've had a couple of dinners with Martina and her flatmate and a friend of theirs this week, which was very nice. They made was it noodles, like some kind of noodles and veg and cashews, which was really good. On a Monday. So that was good. And then the other day, which would have been not yesterday, 2 days ago, Wednesday. So that was Monday. Then Wednesday again, we had dinner and we made pasta alla norma with a bit of burrata because we didn't have any ricotta salata. Although the place where I got the zola from does do ricotta salata, so I could also buy ricotta salata next time I'm near people from that shop. Cool beans, yeah, that was good. And the most exciting part of that, apart from the food, which was great, and the company, of course, which was also good, was coming home. So I think she's about like 1.2ish kilometers from my flat, and it's just straight up the road and left, pretty much. And I've timed it twice this week, how long it takes from me basically door to door, and it's about 6 minutes. So 6 minutes for, oh god, let's do some physics. Okay, this is where the embarrassment comes out about how slow I am at doing maths. So if we did 6 minutes, sorry, 1200 meters in 6 minutes, that's 200 meters in 1 minute, which sounds really slow. Ooh. Anyway, so it takes 5 minutes to do 1 kilometer times 12. Wait, times 12 to do. Sorry, yeah, times 5 minutes to do 1 kilometer. Ooh, what am I doing? Yeah, times 12 to make it an hour. And that's 12 kilometers an hour on a scooter on average. It is downhill for a fair bit, but you have to get off at different points and then it is flat halfway down. So 12 kilometers an hour on average for a scooter is pretty cool, especially the downhill. The downhill is easily, not gonna lie, like 20 because it's very fast. And the first time I did it, I had to jump off halfway down because I was leaning back to avoid the potholes and me like getting the front wheel stuck into the ground or the road, and so I was leaning back and I actually very slowly, just like a movie, just like lifted off the front wheel and had to jump off. I didn't hurt myself, I didn't fall over. It looked pretty like handled as a situation and there were no cars around me, so it was very cinematique. I don't think that's a French word. Someone will have to correct me on that if that's wrong. And so that's the scooter, and when I say scooter I mean monopattino, like the one where you're like holding on to the metal rod and then you're like that one with the one leg off and one leg on. It's got a nice little reflective strip. I'm gonna go get it because I want to show you guys, so one sec. And we're back. Sorry, I forgot to mention the song that was playing before, which I will now resume, is called Rencontre by Disease and Damso. It's French. I'll just show you that in case my French is terrible. And that song is also from this year, I think. Anyway, this is what I mean by scooter. And there you go. Beautiful scooter. It's got a nice reflective strip on the front, just there. Oh, one sec. I'll just pause the music. It is a micro. I've had this. This does extend up the way. I've had this for since I was about 11, I think. So 10 years is incredible for this to still be alive. The rubber on this wheel, or these wheels rather, is incredible, and the handles have still not disintegrated, which is just phenomenal for quality. Swiss design. I don't know if it's made in Switzerland, but anyway, very happy with this purchase and glad to be using this more than I am the bike I sold to. How many? I think it was last year. End of last year I sold my bike, or I don't remember when I sold my bike, because I used it once or very rarely. Now I used it a handful of times max, but I've used this more, so this is clearly more useful. And it's foldable, so you can hop on the bus. This is where I almost get my fingers stuck every time. Yeah, so it's a great modality for late nights, coming back obviously sober, because doing that intoxicated is not smart. So anyway, I need to find the next song. Okay, so God. Okay. So okay, let me just pause this. No, I'm not gonna pause this. Let's go with this song. It's called it's called Summer Bummer by Younger Hunger. I swear the rhymes are not intentional, at least for my part today. It's just that's what the song is called. It's a very chill song. I first heard it in December of last year. Anyway, so that's the Scooter. We've done St. Andrews, so that's cool. It's a pretty long vlog already. Jeez, 25 minutes. Could cut it there. Speaking of cutting, I did cut my beard in, I think, for almost 3 years. Wait, I started growing it in 2020, February. I've never had a clean shave since then, which is quite important, I guess, for my... But whatever, it's just I've never had a clean shave since then, so... Yeah, interesting. But lately I've so I used to just trim it down to 7mm when I trimmed it. I've gone down to 5, which is quite short, except the stash. So this is going into that kind of look where it's a little more heavy on the top. Just thought I'd try it out, because why not? So random fact about the beard. Why not? You can't really tell at this point, but if this decides to grow a little bit more, then yeah, it might be a bit more pronounced next time. My hair is looking a bit Lego style, so I think next Monday or the weekend after, I'll go get a trim. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'll see if to go continue with the buzz cut style or not, and just grow it back to what it used to be. Well, the buzz cut's quite nice for maintenance, so. But it is getting cold, see, that's the dilemma. Maintenance versus temperature and whatever. So that's why I've been wearing a hat lately. Tutto sommato. I think that's the end for today, to be very fair, because could make it a full 30 minutes. I could do. I'll give you a quick roundup of things I have been studying this week. So for data science, we've been looking at how to do data science. Surprise, surprise, shock, horror. In this moment, I'm actually having a blank about what we've done. We've done things like pivoting tables and like wrangling data, plotting data, which is all good. I think that's probably the course I've been getting along with the most in terms of content. Anatomy's been quite a lot of content. I'm behind on about 6 to 8 week lectures worth of revision in terms of spot exam, which we have at the end of week 11. So I do need to get on that this weekend. But today we did, yesterday and today we did muscles of mastication, which is chewing, in other words, and facial expression. There are 18 muscles of facial expression that we need to know about, and the muscle mastications, they're like all here and here. Obviously, they're facial muscles. So today we did some facial dissections, including yesterday. So yeah, that was quite fun. And BMS is fine. I'm not particularly, what's the word, enthused by BMS this year. We had the presentation went very well, at least for my part. I felt that I was able to engage people, and also managed to respond back when I will end the songs there, to the lecturers who then had questions at the end, and fight back against them because they were being passive aggressive, and I will say I put them in their place because I did. So all in all, that's the end of today's very long episode. Hope you guys are keeping happy, healthy and safe, Remember ding-a-ling for notifications, thumbs up, comments. Please put them all down there. And I will let you enjoy the rest of whatever time of day you're watching this right now. E ci sentiamo prossimamente.